Miracle time with Aunty Yunike. Let's get into it again. This time, like we said, it's about miracles, but every time a different type of miracle. Not one that we know automatically to be a miracle, but we see miracles in all aspects of what happens in our lives. So, this is a miracle that you will have to make happen. And my question in this video is, are you tired of seeing your community suffer, your community not make it? Do you want to do something about it? Are you thinking, how can I help? What can I do? Are you feeling helpless because there's nothing you can do? I would like to share a story with you of how actually you can make it happen. You don't necessarily have to use your money. You can use money from different sources, or even just the community can come together and make it happen. I will share with you a story of how I ended up knowing that you can actually heal your community just because you want to, just because you care enough. What happened when I was younger, growing up, my mother was a leader of the Catholic Women Organization, but she was also the mistress of social welfare. There was a social welfare hall where everybody went at least 2 or 3 times in a week just to interact. At this place, so many things happened. Mom taught how to knit, how to crochet, how to cook. And when I talk about cooking and baking, she taught how to bake, not necessarily with a stove. You could bake, you could cook without a stove. You could use charcoal, you could use firewood, you could use anything that produces heat. And like for baking of bread, she actually did it on the firewood. She would put the dough in the pot and put fire on top and and under it, and you find you have a very nice loaf of bread at the end of the day without looking for a stove. Because I know these days when someone says bake something, the first thing you're thinking of is, I don't have a stove. Well, you don't need a stove. There are so many other ways, and I learned all that from my mom. I always tease her. I always used to tease her and tell her, Mom, you're so lucky that we were growing up in Africa. Because if we were elsewhere, I should have gone to the police and sued you for child labor and for making me do all this work. And now I'm actually grateful that she did. But I was telling her this would not be tolerated in other countries, because it would be looked at as child labor. Because sometimes you just say, okay, I've got work. I'm going to a meeting with the Catholic women. Maybe I'll even be there for a day or 2. And she would leave her baby with me and tell me, this is what needs to be done. Tomorrow you need to go to the social welfare hall. Make sure that all this is done. This one is at this level in her cooking. This one is at this level with her crocheting. Follow it through. And I would do that. So I learned a lot. Little did I know that what I thought was abuse was something that was going to help me in my future. I've done many businesses depending on the training that I got from my mother. So what I learned there was that places of, there's so much that needs to be done. People are hurting. People are sad. People are lonely. People feel lost. What is happening is that nowadays, I know before what used to happen was that people would get married the men would leave town to go to the village to marry. And when they married the ladies from the village, when they came here, they had no one. They didn't know anyone, they had no friends, they had no family. So that social welfare was a place where now they could make friends. If they were not happy, if they were being abused, it was very clear to see that this person is not happy, and others would ask, and mom would be informed, and she would take steps to counsel that person. And this was for both men and women. And I've noticed that men feel shy to come forward when they're being abused. Yes, men do get abused. I know we women are always abused, but men too get abused. And they don't feel safe to talk about it, because usually they are mocked about it, they are teased. If a man says, no, my wife is beating me, or my wife is doing this to me, they'll laugh at that man instead of taking it seriously and trying to help that person. But if we have places that are safe for everybody to go to, like social welfare facilities, which are safe. I know we have facilities in the mental hospitals, like at Chainama, we have a facility here in my country, but such facilities in where they're attached to mental problems, they are stigmatized. And when you go there, everybody just assumes you're mad, or you're going mental, or there's something wrong with you. Mental health is really neglected, and it's something that needs to be looked at. All these suicides we're having, the gender-based violence cases we're having, and all the negative things that we're seeing, it's because people are hurting and they have no way out. I know we're always talking about prayer, because prayer is one route of distressing, and also knowing that you have an anchor. When you pray, you have God by your side. You don't feel boxed in. You know that no matter what happens, I have somewhere to go and I'll have release. But this does not happen if you do not pray. And if you do not have a place where you can go to talk to someone, end result is the suicides we are seeing. So if you care enough for your community, you care enough for your people, do something about it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because you can. All you need to do is, again, breathe. Look around you. Take time to see what can happen. How can I do it? Consult other people. Maybe have meetings as a community. Call a few people in your community. Have a meeting. Ask them, what can we do? How can we go about this? You'll be amazed that people actually know what needs to be done, but no one has given them a platform to do that or to showcase that. We look at our youths now, most of them have nothing to do. We have programs. I'm talking about cookery, crocheting, knitting, and all the programs that were done then. But you can add computers training to it. You can add things that you feel make sense now and will benefit the youths now, the young mothers, even the elderly mothers who have time maybe to even meet and care for children. We have girls, ladies who need to go to work and have a problem where to take their children. Those are places which can be a safe haven for those who need such a facility. So my cry to you, if you are one of the people who feels you want and you need to do something for others, and you need to heal your community, you want to see your community thrive, that is one way you can do it. Once your community is healed, there will be less GBV, there will be less suicides, there will be less anything negative, because people will be happy, people will care for each other, people will show love for each other, and therefore everybody gets to benefit, everybody gets to win. This is something that is doable. This is something that I'm encouraging you all to fight for, as this will make your community thrive. And this is what all of us should be aiming for, because it's only in a safe community that all of us can enjoy even the little that we make for ourselves. So please don't be limited. Look at what I've talked about, see what else can be added. Communities know what they need, and if you take time to call them and sit with them, you'll be amazed what they will suggest can be done. Subscribe, like, share. You never know who you're going to help when you share information. There are people out there who are dying to do something, and you may just be the person that shared the answer to what their question was. So please, if you have any comments, if you want to reach out to me in any way, you can send me a message, you can send a message down below, you can even call me if it's that desperate. I'm there for you. All the contact information is on the screen, so please reach out anytime you feel you need to reach out. Stay blessed, stay safe. See you in the next video.